Hi everyone, this is Loomographers of Rainbow, and today I will be showing you how to make the jumbo bow design. For this design, you will need one main color and one connector color. For mine, I will be using fuchsia and white. First, we are going to make 2 extensions. Our loom will be in the square set position, so you can stick your hook in between every set of pegs, like so. We will have our loom upside down, with the red arrows facing towards us, so that it is easier to see the whole picture. So first, we are going to make 2 extensions. The extensions are very similar to a triple single bracelet. Going to come out on either side. And go down until the end of the loom. We will now go down in the middle and the left rows. I'm going to cut through this part because it's pretty simple to put rubber bands down. As you can see, I've finished all 3 rows, placing rubber bands down each row. Now I am going to place some rubber bands going sideways in order to connect them to the rest of the bracelet. First, I'm just going to go down this row and just place a rubber band on each of them. Camera. Okay, now in these we are just going to place rubber bands going across all of these. Make sure your rubber bands don't flip back like that. I have been getting some messages telling me that my loom sometimes goes off camera. I apologize for that. If you do see the loom going off camera a lot, please leave me a comment just so I can know how to do better. And we are going to put one here and put one across like so. Okay, now that we're done with this, we are going to loop this extension. So basically for this part of the end, this will act as our cap bands for all 3. So we're just going to loop forward. Yeah. So we're just going to loop forward up all 3 sides, and then we get to the ends here. Yeah, we're going to loop right back in. Sorry for the pause there. I'm going to cut until I make it to the end of the loom. So now I have looped up my entire loom, just over here, and I think I skipped one down here. It's fine. Oh no, that's just my, sorry. Okay, now when we get to the top, we're going to loop the top a bit different actually. We're going to just loop on the side here. And we're going to loop on the side again by sticking our hook in here and pulling it this way. Now we're going to stick our hook through this entire little thing here and pull it off of our loom. This is the first extension for our bow. So right now we're just going to leave this sorry about that. We're going to leave this right on this peg here, including that little extra band. There are a couple ways you can do that. I personally just take it off of my hook and use my fingers, because I have proven in a few of my other videos my hook skills are not that great. Okay. Don't know where this came from? Doesn't matter. Okay. So now we're basically going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Yeah. So, okay. So if you want to do that, you can. That's what I'm going to do. Kind of have to finish it. Basically, just when you place these little things, place them on this side, like place the little rings, the extra bands on this side. Okay, I'll meet you back there. When you are at this stage in the second extension, you are not going to put this band here. Like, you're not going to put a band on top here. So now we are done with our second extension. Now one thing to remember when you're doing this step is to hold this other extension down so you can get your hook in the correct place. So what you're going to do, you're just going to stick your hook in here. You're going to lift up only the top layer of bands that you are using to make this one. Then you can take that extension off of your loom. Also, if you really wanted to, you could make this with 3 looms by just having them, like, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah. Gonna place this right, on there. I'd use my hook and my fingers that time. And now, we can start the next part of our bow. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm excited, okay. We're just going to go out like that with double bands. Then just do the same thing we've been doing. And 1 minute. I don't know why I just started like that. What you should do is keep these extensions on your hook now, because you're going to need to reapply them in half a second. I like to leave mine on the base removal just so that doesn't get in the way as much, but you can do whatever you want. I could not care less. Like some other people like to just have them on here. Doesn't really matter. To be sure if you have it on the base removal that it doesn't slip off. It's a pretty thick extension. Okay, first you're going to come from the middle pin to the left pin, then from the middle pin to the right pin, down on the right pin, down on the left pin, so just go down. Go down. I'm yelling too. Okay, no. So now you can reapply your extensions. Sorry. Look at the lighting now, too. This is not my best video. Okay. So now we're just gonna go down all the way to the end of the loom. I'll meet you back there. So I've gone all the way down to the end of the loom. Now, whoa, something just happened that I did not notice before. One second. I'm gonna fix this off camera. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna spread these out and make little triangles among our loom. Right on our loom, not among our loom. Among the looms of America. Okay. So we're just gonna keep going down, making these weird triangles with little, kind of look like upside down flags. I don't know. Keep doing this. Your bands are gonna get really stretched out. Just a warning, because this is a super long extension. Sorry, that was totally my fault. No idea if you saw any of that. But if you couldn't, basically just put them across the two, and you're good. And my loom is not making a shadow today. I'm using all natural light. I'm happy with myself. Okay, so now you're just going to do the same thing on the other side. This band is not too important right now, but this one was basically in case one of them snapped, because they do snap a lot, because all this tension here can make a band snap. So basically you just move the whole thing down. So now on this side, do the same thing. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Good thing to do is to stretch out the bands a little bit before you put them down in the areas of high tension. It's better it bounces back than it snaps. Okay. So, just keep going. Okay. So now at this point, no idea how I made this mistake. Okay, it doesn't matter. So, I kind of forgot a loop. So, good thing we have these little ends thingies on the bottom of our triple singles, just so that it looks the same. Okay. Now, this band here will be put under some very high tension. So you need to be extremely careful when doing this, or your entire extension will fall apart. Do it with my hook, actually, even though I've proved my hook work is not exactly excellent. Okay, we're just going to move this over, like so, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Even if you didn't make that mistake, the same mistake I did, it's still a good idea to, okay. Extremely sorry. Okay. Thought that snapped for a minute. Let's bring it up. And bring it back. Okay. I got it. So now we are going to start the looping process. If you want, you could turn your loom around and just break this band here. You don't need it. It was really in case one snapped. Why we're using a non-jelly color so you can actually break them. If you did pick a color that is jelly, see-through, or glossy like these ones, These weird yellow ones you get at Michael's. You can probably just use scissors. Okay, so we're gonna turn our loom back around and start the looping process. Again, this last band is under very high tension, so you have to be extremely careful when looping this one. You're gonna loop this one from the outside. So you're gonna come on the outside of your band and just loop up like that. It's gonna look like you looped wrong, but don't worry, it's actually right. It looks really awkward right now. Now in the middle, this is up there and the hardest loops I've ever done. Like, this is pretty hard, especially if you don't have a Rainbow Loom brand hook. So basically you're just gonna have to stick your hook in, let it go down very far, tilt it back a bit. Just try to bring it up without snapping those bands there, because those are under extremely high tension. And if they break, this one at the bottom is the most important bands, like for your extension, because it's basically holding them together at the bottom. It's your cap band. No idea what happened with my camera. That was weird. 1 second. It should be better. That's some weird stuff. Okay. Sorry. I needed to reset up my recording space, because since the last video, I had to take it down and put it back up. Okay. So again, this whole middle row is going to be extremely hard. It'll get easier the closer you get to the top. I suggest looping the middle first, just all the way up. I'm not gonna cut, just because I've cut a lot in this video. Sorry for the light. One thing about using natural light, it's not too consistent. So sometimes it's super dark and sometimes it's super light. I still got my computer light though, on the side a little bit. So when the shadow comes, got the big shadow. It's kind of hard for me to see now. Hopefully you guys can see. I would feel really bad if you couldn't see this. If you can't see, I'm probably not making another video, because this bracelet, all in all, takes a while. And a bracelet, this design. Here comes the sun. Okay. Well, it's almost out. There we go. Some nice light there. My hook is about to break too. I don't know if I want to risk it. YOLO. Okay. Now we looped all the way up. I'm gonna go back. Now you guys get to listen to me. Yeah, this is a treat. You get to listen to me ramble about natural light. Okay. So just keep looping up. Oh, these sides are not exactly as hard as the middle. I'm looping up this side and this side. The middle is especially hard just because it has both layers of bands and it's at like the most vulnerable point, which is why this is like the hardest loop in the entire design. But no matter what side you're looping on, goes the light again. It will get easier as you get to the top, so if it's really hard at the beginning, don't worry. Okay. So now we're just going to stick our hook in between all of these and just bring that on the side. Do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to just flip our loom upside down. And we're going to stick our hook through all of these. Yeah, I know. And bring it up like that. And if your hook's about to break like mine, I suggest pulling this off with the middle of your hook in the part where it's not going to break. So be very careful pulling this off. Just looping, like pulling the sides off first. Okay, this part we have to be super careful. However, this is not a bow yet, is it? Gotta make another one. So, now you can just hit replay, go back to the beginning of the video, make another one, and meet me back here. You can either leave this on your hook, or attach a C-clip here, like so it's not this huge thing in the way. I'm not going to show you all the steps again, so yeah, you can just go back to the beginning of the video and watch that again. Got one side of our bow done, now we just got to get the other side. I'll be back when I finish the other side. Let me just take that off of your... Oh, what's this? Silly. What did I do? Oh, just extra bands. Okay. Thought I did something bad. Okay. Apparently I got like... I have 2 extra bands here. I guess if that happens to you, just break them. Doesn't really matter. I don't know. Okay. So... Okay, now that I have this side, I am going to attach it to the same C-clip as the other side. But I'm not going to attach it in the exact same way. By that, I mean I'm not going to have, like, because this is 4 here, because they're double bands and on 2 sides. Well, the C-clips. Now I'm going to take this one off too. Then I'm going to attach them in a different way. If I can get it off. Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. So basically, I'm gonna put one rubber band here. Slide it through that one. And slide through that one as well. So now we have one single rubber band that goes through both of those sets of double bands. And then when I take out my finger, not 2. So now my C-clip isn't going to be as crowded. You can skip this stuff if you'd like to, but I personally like to have it like this. So my loom is better. Okay, so now we have this part of our bow. But now, basically, just gonna wrap this up and take a whole bunch of bands. Either single loop these or double loop, like just leave them as is, or double loop them. I'll show you what it looks like both ways. So if they're single bands, just regular old bands. Will basically just look like this, but all the way across. Yeah. So, you know what, double bands are actually really hard to get on. So I would not recommend that. I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of them now. Put them on a couple at a time. Keep going. I recommend putting on about 4 or 5 at a time, just so that it's not too many at once. So yeah, I'm probably gonna cut now so I can fill up the whole thing, because it does take a while. So yeah, I'll be right back. So here is my finished jumbo bow. It took a decent amount of time. It wasn't overly long, especially compared to its size. Compared to a Rainbow Loom hook, it's bigger than the hook. So, I mean, compared to the loom, not as long. But yeah, this is huge. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please click that like button. Thank you for watching and have a very nice day.